Triumph just dropped a bombshell with the new Rocket 3, and Harley riders are furious. This isn't just another muscle cruiser, it's a game changer. With raw power, cutting-edge design, and a legacy that challenges Harley's dominance, this release has left the biker world stunned. Can Harley fight back? A Legacy Reborn. The story of the Triumph Rocket 3 is not just one of horsepower and engineering, it is a tale of resurrection. After years of absence from the market, Triumph made a daring move to bring back a motorcycle that once roared with unmatched power and presence. The Rocket 3 was never just another bike, it was an icon, but reviving it was no simple task. The stakes were high and the expectations were even higher. Motorcycle enthusiasts around the world wanted to know, could Triumph truly bring back the beast and make it better than ever? Triumph had been quietly plotting the Rocket 3's return for years. After the original model's production ceased, the company knew it could not just reintroduce the bike without making some serious upgrades. The question was not just how to bring it back, but how to make it relevant in a rapidly changing motorcycle landscape. After all, muscle cruisers had evolved, and Harley-Davidson had fortified its position as the go-to for raw, unapologetic power. So Triumph needed to not just meet the expectations, but exceed them. The result was a motorcycle that maintained the unmistakable spirit of the original, while pushing the boundaries of modern engineering. The most defining feature, the massive 2,458 cubic centimeter inline triple engine. It is the largest production motorcycle engine currently available, delivering a staggering 170 horsepower and 163 foot-pounds of torque. This powerhouse is more than just a spec sheet marvel, it is a visceral experience. One twist of the throttle and the Rocket 3 surges forward with a ferocity that leaves even seasoned riders in awe. But Triumph did not stop at raw power. The Rocket 3's design had to honor its muscular legacy while embracing contemporary aesthetics. The wide, robust frame still commands presence, but it is sleeker, more refined. Engineers focused on weight reduction, managing to trim significant pounds off the previous model, which drastically improved handling without sacrificing that signature brawny look. The inclusion of modern technology, from ride modes to advanced braking systems, ensures that this machine is not just about brute force but also about control and rider confidence. Perhaps the most brilliant aspect of the Rocket 3's revival is how Triumph remained faithful to its heritage. Drawing from the BSA Rocket 3 lineage and the iconic Triumph Trident, the new model blends nostalgia with innovation. It respects its roots without being trapped by them. This is where Triumph succeeded where Harley faltered with models like the Livewire, by making sure that modernization did not mean abandoning the essence of what makes a rocket, but building a powerhouse wasn't enough. Triumph needed to prove it could dominate the road. Riding the beast, the Rocket 3 might look intimidating, but the true magic happens when you actually ride it. Triumph knew that performance specs alone would not win over riders. The bike needed to deliver on the road. As it turns out, the Rocket 3 is not just powerful, it is surprisingly refined. One might expect such a large engine to feel cumbersome, but Triumph's engineering team pulled off something remarkable. The bike feels nimble, agile even, thanks to its smart weight distribution and chassis design. Throttle response is where the Rocket 3 truly shines. One twist of the grip unleashes an immediate and forceful surge of power. It is almost shocking how quickly the torque hits, yet it never feels uncontrollable. Compared to Harley's V-twin torque, the Rocket 3's triple-cylinder power feels smoother yet just as exhilarating. The engine's low-end grunt allows it to effortlessly overtake, while the mid-range punch ensures that the excitement never wanes. Riders often describe it as a controlled explosion, a perfect blend of brute force and rider engagement. Handling is another surprise. Despite its size, the Rocket 3 maneuvers like a much lighter bike. Triumph's decision to incorporate high-end suspension components pays off, as the bike remains stable even during aggressive cornering. The bike's low center of gravity and responsive steering make it feel almost sport-like at times, without losing its cruiser soul. Safety is just as impressive. The braking system is state-of-the-art, featuring Brembo-style calipers that deliver exceptional stopping power. Whether cruising on the highway or navigating city traffic, the brakes inspire confidence. One-finger braking is enough to bring the beast to a halt, something rarely seen on bikes of this size and power. Long-distance comfort is often overlooked in muscle cruisers, but Triumph addressed this head-on. The Rocket 3 GT variant offers a plush seat, ergonomic handlebar positioning, and adjustable foot pegs, making long rides surprisingly comfortable. Unlike Harley's touring models, which can sometimes feel bulky, the Rocket 3 strikes a balance between muscle and mileage. But power means nothing if the bike can't actually outsell Harley's big cruisers. Sales projections and market impact. Early indicators suggest that the Rocket 3's comeback is resonating with consumers. Dealerships report strong interest, with pre-orders exceeding expectations. Priced competitively compared to Harley's touring models, the Rocket 3 attracts buyers who once only considered a Harley. This shift could signal a significant market disruption. Pricing plays a pivotal role. The Rocket 3 offers a premium feel without the exorbitant cost associated with Harley's CVO models. This makes it accessible to those who want power without breaking the bank. Financial analysts predict that if Triumph maintains quality and affordability, it could carve out a significant slice of the muscle cruiser segment. The real test will be longevity. Harley has built a legacy of loyalty, while Triumph is betting on performance to build its own. If the Rocket 3 can maintain momentum, it may not just challenge Harley, it might redefine what a muscle cruiser can be. The Rocket 3 might be taking the spotlight now, but the battle for dominance is just beginning. We dug deep into the specs, the history, and the real-world reactions to bring you the most comprehensive look at the Triumph Rocket 3's impact. If you appreciate the research and the insider insights, hit that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns like this. The power gain, engineering brilliance of the Rocket 3. When Triumph unveiled the Rocket 3, it wasn't just another motorcycle launch, it was a declaration of power. The Rocket 3 stands as the most powerful production motorcycle on the market, and that's not just marketing hype. 163 pound-feet of torque. It doesn't just move, it bulldozes its way forward, delivering torque so immediate it feels like a locomotive on two wheels. Triumph didn't just build an engine, they engineered a statement. The power delivery is instant and brutal, feeling far more aggressive than Harley's iconic V-twin engines. While Harley's cruisers are known for their rumbling, low-rev torque, the Rocket 3 redefines what a muscle cruiser can do with its lightning-quick response. You twist the throttle, and the bike lunges forward with such ferocity that it feels like the world around you is accelerating towards you, rather than the other way around. Yet for all its power, the Rocket 3 doesn't feel cumbersome. Triumph managed to make a 700-pound machine feel surprisingly agile. The key lies in its aluminum frame and a low center of gravity, allowing it to handle far better than most cruisers of its size. Harley's heavier, more sluggish cruisers struggle to match this level of nimbleness, making the Rocket 3 not just a straight-line beast but a surprisingly capable handler. Bringing this power to a halt is no small feat. That's why Triumph fitted the Rocket 3 with Brembo-style McCalipers, some of the most advanced braking components available. These high-performance brakes provide stopping power that's both immediate and controlled, offering the rider confidence when taming the Rocket's beastly acceleration. Unlike Harley's more traditional braking systems, the Rocket 3's setup feels like it's been pulled straight from a superbike, underscoring its dual nature as both a cruiser and a powerhouse. The Rocket 3 doesn't stop at just raw performance. Triumph integrated modern technology to manage that immense power responsibly. The bike's TFT display, rider modes, and traction control ensure that the Rocket 3 remains controllable even when pushing the limits. Unlike Harley's more analog approach, Triumph's tech-savvy features blend seamlessly into the riding experience, offering both thrills and safety. But building a powerhouse is one thing, conquering the road is another. Dealer dilemma, the showroom battle. While riders debate, dealers make the final call. Will the Rocket 3 dominate showroom floors? Dealerships are where the battle truly unfolds. Early reactions from multi-brand dealerships show a clear divide. Some are embracing the Rocket 3 as an exotic alternative, positioning it as the ultimate muscle cruiser. Others, particularly those with deep Harley roots, remain hesitant. Test rides are proving to be crucial. Demo events reveal that once riders experience the Rocket 3's power firsthand, many are reconsidering their loyalty to Harley. The Rocket 3's impressive power delivery and modern tech leave a lasting impression, while Harley's more conservative models seem almost outdated by comparison. Yet, Harley dealerships are not giving up. They emphasize Harley's legacy, pushing models like the Lowrider S as rugged and iconic rather than overpowered. Meanwhile, Triumph dealers market the Rocket 3 as a revolution, appealing to those tired of tradition. Dealers are also navigating the pricing game. Some pitch the Rocket 3 as a rare, premium experience, while others highlight Harley's more affordable offerings. The tension is palpable as both brands vie vie for showroom space. Dealerships may be hesitant, but the Rocket 3's roar is hard to ignore. Can it really win over the American biker? The industry reacts. How rivals are gearing up. The launch of Triumph's Rocket 3 didn't just rattle Harley-Davidson, it caused a seismic shift across the entire motorcycle industry. Rival manufacturers, both in the United States and abroad, are now scrambling to respond. The Rocket 3's sheer power, unmatched torque, and distinctive style left competitors stunned, forcing them to rethink their approach to the muscle cruiser segment. As Triumph confidently pushed the boundaries of what a performance cruiser could be, other manufacturers saw the need to either step up or risk losing relevance in a rapidly evolving market. One of the most significant responses has come from BMW. The German manufacturer has been working on an upgrade for its R18 line, which has long been positioned as a luxury cruiser with classic appeal. Realizing the gap between the R18's output and the Rocket 3's monstrous power, BMW plans to introduce a revamped version featuring increased horsepower and enhanced ergonomics. Additionally, limited editions are being developed to incorporate more classic styling while still boosting performance, aiming to appeal to traditional cruiser fans and performance enthusiasts alike. On the other side of the globe, Japanese manufacturers are taking notice. Honda is seriously considering revamping the Goldwing to incorporate more power and cutting-edge technology. Recognizing that the Rocket 3 has set a new benchmark, Honda's engineers are exploring ways to make the Goldwing more competitive without sacrificing its signature touring comfort. Meanwhile, Yamaha is contemplating a more powerful version of the V-Max, aiming to preserve its legacy as a powerful muscle cruiser. Kawasaki, too, has joined the fray by exploring the possibility of adding a power cruiser variant to the Vulcan line, hoping to attract riders who want both power and comfort. Meanwhile, Italian manufacturers are not standing idle. Ducati is doubling down on the Diavel, focusing on significant weight reduction and increasing horsepower to maintain its status as a performance cruiser. Ducati understands that riders are drawn to both power and agile handling, so they are integrating advanced technology to make the Diavel more responsive while still retaining its iconic design. Back in the United States, Indian Motorcycle is crafting a strategic counterattack. Known for blending classic American aesthetics with modern power, Indian is reportedly developing a new cruiser to rival the Rocket 3 directly. This model is expected to combine robust horsepower with iconic styling, aiming to capture riders who may feel Harley-Davidson is falling behind in the performance race. However, this race to match Triumph's power brings inherent risks. Many brands face the challenge of creating powerful cruisers without sacrificing rideability. Bikes that focus solely on horsepower often become unwieldy, heavy, and impractical for everyday riding. Moreover, there is an ongoing debate about whether raw performance can genuinely outweigh heritage and brand loyalty in the cruiser market. While rivals scramble to match Triumph's new king of power, Harley's response could change everything. Harley's strategic dilemma: stick or twist. Harley-Davidson now finds itself at a crossroads. The Rocket 3 is redefining the standards of a muscle cruiser, and Harley must decide whether to adapt or hold firmly to its iconic roots. This decision is more than just about building a more powerful bike. It's about preserving Harley's identity while staying relevant in an increasingly competitive market. One path Harley could take is to stick to the classics. This would mean doubling down on the traditional Milwaukee 8 engine and the familiar V-twin cruiser design. Harley has long been synonymous with rugged, loud, and undeniably American motorcycles. To continue appealing to their loyal fan base, they may choose to reinforce this legacy with marketing campaigns that focus on heritage, freedom, and the enduring spirit of the American biker. However, the alternative is to twist towards performance. This would involve accelerating the development of a high-performance cruiser to directly compete with the Rocket 3. Integrating liquid cooling and lighter frames would allow Harley to maintain its iconic look while significantly improving performance. Such a move could attract a new generation of riders who prioritize speed and power over nostalgia. Yet, there is a risk. If Harley shifts too far towards a performance-focused model, they risk alienating their longtime fans who value tradition and the iconic rumble of a Harley engine. Harley's challenge lies in balancing innovation and heritage without losing the brand's soul. One potential solution could be market segmentation. Harley could introduce two separate lines: heritage cruisers, which retain the classic design and sound, and performance cruisers, built to compete directly with the Rocket 3. This strategy would allow Harley to appeal to both their traditional audience and younger riders looking for power and speed. Harley's struggle to balance innovation with tradition is its biggest challenge. It must find a way to move forward without abandoning its past. But the Rocket 3's disruption means that remaining stagnant could make Harley obsolete in the rapidly changing cruiser market. Will Harley make the bold move to embrace power or risk becoming obsolete in the new age of muscle cruisers? The culture shift, new generation of riders. The release of the Rocket 3 has not just changed the industry, it has ignited a cultural shift. Younger riders, particularly Gen Z and millennials, are increasingly drawn to motorcycles that combine raw power with advanced technology. The Rocket 3 represents a fusion of tradition and innovation, attracting those who might not have previously considered a cruiser. This cultural transformation challenges Harley's long-standing dominance. For decades, Harley riders symbolized rebellion, freedom, and classic American spirit. Yet the Rocket 3's bold statement of performance over heritage challenges the notion of what a cruiser can be. The new generation of riders is less concerned with lineage and more interested in a bike's capabilities and modern appeal. Social media plays a crucial role in this shift. Influencers and motovloggers have praised the Rocket 3 for its sheer power and aggressive stance. Videos showcasing its torque and speed have gone viral, creating a buzz that appeals to younger audiences. As a result, Harley's core demographic, middle-aged and older riders, is not necessarily aligned with the growing excitement around the Rocket 3. This cultural clash highlights a critical issue: Harley's struggle to keep up with a community that increasingly values speed and innovation over sentiment and tradition. The challenge for Harley is not just technological but cultural, keeping pace with the new generation that is rewriting the rules of riding. And the power battle between Harley and Triumph is just beginning, and only one can rule the road. Reviving heritage. Can Harley keep up? Harley-Davidson has long been synonymous with the classic American motorcycle. Its rugged V-twin engines, unmistakable rumble, and iconic heritage have forged a deep connection with riders worldwide. Yet as Triumph's Rocket 3 pushes the boundaries of power and performance, Harley finds itself at a crossroads. The challenge now is to stay relevant without losing the soul that made the brand legendary. To stay competitive, Harley must first double down on tradition. This means reinforcing the classic V-twin identity that has been at the heart of the brand for decades. Rather than discarding the legacy, Harley should lean into it by launching special editions that emphasize its roots. These models should celebrate Harley's rebellious spirit and working-class ethos while offering a modern twist, such as improved performance, custom paint jobs, and nods to iconic past models. However, tradition alone will not be enough. To truly compete with the Rocket 3, Harley must also push innovation. This means exploring hybrid or electric muscle cruisers that do not sacrifice the brand's core identity. One approach could be to integrate electric power in a way that complements the signature Harley sound, perhaps through audio engineering or vibration technology that replicates the classic feel. Hybrid models could offer the best of both worlds, combining traditional engine power with electric efficiency. Community engagement will be another crucial element. Harley needs to host more events and rallies that directly involve riders, allowing them to feel part of the evolution rather than left behind by it. These events could include bike customization workshops, long-distance rides, and gatherings that celebrate the brand's legacy. Harley's community-building efforts should focus on maintaining that sense of brotherhood and loyalty while introducing new models that resonate with both old and new riders. But can Harley maintain its heritage while also modernizing to meet new demands? The risk lies in alienating loyal customers who may see changes as abandoning tradition. At the same time, younger riders are looking for performance, affordability, and tech integration. Harley must balance these conflicting expectations without compromising its core values. Will Harley strike a balance or risk fading into the background? Triumph's next moves. Sustaining success. Triumph's Rocket 3 has undoubtedly made a bold entry into the muscle cruiser market. With its massive engine, jaw-dropping torque, and modern styling, the bike has captivated riders worldwide. But while the initial excitement is undeniable, Triumph faces the challenge of sustaining this success over the long term. To keep the momentum going, Triumph must focus on maintaining height. This can be achieved through continual upgrades and special editions that keep the Rocket 3 fresh and exciting. Limited runs with unique color schemes, performance enhancements, and upgraded components would appeal to enthusiasts looking for exclusivity. Offering custom options directly from the factory could also create a sense of ownership among buyers. Global expansion is another key factor. While North America is a vital market, Triumph would be wise to target regions outside of the United States. Europe, Asia, and emerging markets like South America hold potential for increased sales, especially if regional adaptations are made. This could mean offering lower displacement versions of the Rocket 3 for countries with stricter emission regulations or higher fuel costs. Building a strong community around the Rocket 3 is also essential. Encouraging owners to form riding clubs and online communities will help keep enthusiasm alive. Triumph should support these communities by offering branded gear, organizing ride-out events, and creating social media content that highlights real riders' stories. By fostering a lifestyle around the Rocket 3, Triumph can transform its power cruiser from just a bike to a symbol of modern rebellion. However, the risk of becoming a one-hit wonder looms large. If Triumph focuses solely on the Rocket 3 without developing complementary models or addressing rider feedback, the novelty could wear off. The company must avoid stagnation by consistently innovating while keeping the bike's essence intact. The Rocket 3 has roared to life, but will it keep roaring into the future? Market dynamics. The evolution of muscle cruisers. The rise of the Triumph Rocket 3 has sparked a debate among motorcycle enthusiasts and industry insiders alike. Are muscle cruisers on the brink of a renaissance, or are they a dying breed trying to find relevance in a rapidly changing market? Consumer trends are shifting towards motorcycles that are not just powerful, but also agile and technologically advanced. Riders are increasingly drawn to bikes that offer both performance and everyday usability. The Rocket 3's raw power appeals to thrill seekers, but will it resonate with those looking for practical rides? The balance between sheer force and versatility will determine the future of the muscle cruiser segment. Environmental concerns add another layer of complexity. As countries worldwide push for greener transportation solutions, traditional gas-guzzling muscle cruisers may face increased scrutiny. This puts pressure on manufacturers to consider electric or hybrid powertrains without sacrificing the aggressive character that defines this bike category. Brands that adapt Harley, like Triumph, experimenting with electric concepts, may secure a foothold, while those clinging to old formulas risk obsolescence. Global market shifts also influence the landscape. European and Asian manufacturers are more agile in integrating modern tech and emissions-friendly engines. In contrast, American brands like Harley are perceived as slower to adapt. Triumph's ability to leverage its European identity while pushing the boundaries of muscle cruiser design gives it an edge. Is this the last roar of muscle cruisers, or just the beginning of their evolution? As the market grows increasingly diverse, motorcycles that blend power, efficiency, and modern design will likely thrive, while pure muscle bikes may become niche relics. If muscle cruisers want to survive, they must evolve, or risk being left behind. Legacy of the Rocket 3. A new standard or just a phase? The Triumph Rocket 3's unprecedented power and modern features have made it an instant icon. But the question remains, will this bike become a lasting legend, or just a bold experiment that fades over time? One way to gauge its long-term impact is by assessing how other brands respond. If Harley-Davidson, Indian, or BMW start developing similar high-powered cruisers, it could signal that the Rocket 3 has set a new performance standard. However, if the bike remains a one-off phenomenon, it may become more of a collector's item than a market leader. Culturally, the Rocket 3 has already redefined what it means to ride a cruiser. It challenges the notion that muscle bikes must be slow and heavy, instead proving that power and agility can coexist. This shift could inspire a new generation of riders who seek both heritage and performance, blending classic styling with cutting-edge engineering. The longevity of the Rocket 3 as a flagship model will also depend on whether Triumph can maintain its appeal through incremental improvements, special editions, and consistent rider engagement. Without continued evolution, even the most groundbreaking bikes can lose their luster. Only time will tell if the Rocket 3's roar will echo through the ages. The Rocket 3 might just be the muscle cruiser of the future, but can Harley's legacy withstand the competition? Let us know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more two-wheeled showdowns.